Hey you guys, welcome back. I'm going to do a Angelina Jolie video today. This look is from the Globes, the Golden Globes that is. Not this year, just gone, the one last year where she was wearing the beautiful green, emerald green dress. I didn't really like her makeup this year. I thought it was a bit much for her. I like her with a more natural makeup or sort of one or the other, whereas this year she had on full eye and a full lip. I didn't really like it. So I'm going to do last year's because it was beautiful, it was effortless, it was timeless. So that's it, let's get going. So the first thing that I'm going to use is Flawless Primer, which is great for a red carpet event if you're going to one, so weddings or anything like that. So I'm just going to use about a pea-sized amount. I've already got my moisturiser on, so I'm using about that much with a foundation brush. Yeah, benefit of a primer, if you don't know, a lot of people don't know, even though a primer has been around for a very long time. It basically holds your makeup on for a lot longer. It provides a nice barrier between your skin and the foundation, because obviously you'll have your moisturiser, then your primer, then your foundation. So there's no worry of sort of your foundation really sinking into the pores. And the T-zone is where a primer is mainly needed, because that's where we're either oilier or our pores are a little bit more open, and this just sort of smooths over them and allows the foundation to look more sort of professionally applied, if you like. So this is foundation number one. I'm just going to use the same brush I applied my primer with. I'm just going to start applying this to everywhere that the primer went. And you'll see a difference in how the foundation actually goes on. It'll just go on smoother, and it'll almost look like your skin's been retouched by, you know, like a retouching professional or whatnot. So wherever you do get blemishes, instead of sweeping it across, just pat it over the area. And you'll see that the density of the product on the skin will get deeper, so you'll sort of conceal at the same time as foundationing. I don't think that's a word, but maybe we can make it one. I'm going to go ahead and apply a base colour on my eyes. This is called Cafe au Lait. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. I'm going to use quite a firm brush like so, and I'm just going to press this all over the eye area. Quite a lot in the tear duct area because you want it to be nice and bright there. And then I'm going to take my gel eyeliner brush, which is a long one for me because I prefer to use a long one than a short one. But the one that comes with our product is amazing for on the go, it's brilliant. And I'm just going to go in here and start the wing first. I'm just sort of wiggling it backwards and forwards till I get the required amount that I want. And then I'm going to take it in towards the tear duct, but really thinly. You can see I'm doing really careful, like sweeping movements. I'm not sort of doing like I'm not committing to a full line because that's a really hard thing to do. I'm just thickening up a little bit to make it more prominent around the outside of the eye. So that's about right for my wings. Then I'm going to use our brown gel eyeliner to contour in the crease line with. So I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to use a small little brush like this first. I'm going to take some of the product out with a brush. So I'm using this brush always as a spatula, sort of to work from the product with, because I don't want to dip that kind of brush into that pot, if that makes sense. It's just not, it's a bit not recommended. So there's my brown there. I'm just going to smooth that around the skin just to get so that I can control how much I'm going to pick up with my brush. I'm going to take this brush, I'm just going to dip it in there, pat it on the hand just to get rid of any excess, because you don't want to go too heavy on the eye with this, and just sort of look straight into the camera, look straight into the mirror and start to shade there where you would naturally crease up in the crease line. But just a little bit, you don't need too much. And then you're going to take another brush, this one, like a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to blend out those lines to make it soft and dreamy. It's funny, sometimes cream over powder, because obviously I had powder first and this is a cream, doesn't really work, but it does with these products, funnily enough. It's cool. I'm just going to take a little bit under the bottom lash, just a tiny bit, and then I'm going to blend it with the same brush. But I'm only going to take it like here. I'm not going to go any further than the middle of the eye. I'm going to pick up this product, which is Brunette Bombshell, with the same blendy brush that I applied the cream on the bottom with, and I'm just going to push a little bit of that onto that powder underneath, or onto that cream underneath, should I say. I'm then going to take this and go over the top of my black liner with it. This is Night Sky. No, it's not, it's blackout. I'm just going to take a small little smudgy brush like that, and I'm just going to press that over that black. So it just makes it a little bit denser, and also it just sort of softens it a little bit. And then just take a little bit over the bottom lash line, but only the very outside of the eye. And then give the brush a sort of a bit of a wipe, and then blend that. So now for inside the eyes, her eyes look nice and bright and open and wide. I'm going to use our pencil, which is a white one, and this is called Lily. I don't think I've used this in a video yet. It's brand new, so I'm just peeling open the packaging. And then I'm just going to save ruining your makeup when you've put in pencil inside the eye and popping your finger on the skin, use a Q-tip just to pull the eyelid down, and then apply the pencil like that. I only want a very little bit of this. I'm going to take my blusher, which is Butterscotch. You all know it's my favourite one. I'm just going to take a brush like this, and I'm just going to smile and apply it to the bottom and the sort of the corner of the apple where the contour line starts. Make sure your brushes for powders and things are really soft, because if you're sort of rubbing around with powders after your foundation, you can actually take your foundation off without realising it. So if they're not soft, just apply very little pressure. I always carry the blusher around a little bit. And then I'm going to go with a little bit of a highlight tone. This is Bella, one of my favourites. And I'm going to use this all on my cheekbones. So I'm using a fan brush. I'm just going to use that right there. At events and things where we have products available to sell, I always put this in a palette for people, because it's one of the best. I never ever use a powder highlighter because I don't think it looks nice. But then when I saw this and tried it, I was a bit impressed of how wet it looks, because that's why we wouldn't normally use a powder highlighter, is because it can look dry. This just really doesn't. It just looks glossy and sheeny, so it's good. I'm using a bit of Buff and Baby Doll Pink on my lips. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of each. Baby Doll Pink is very Nicki Minaj. It's nice. So if you're a Nicki Minaj fan, Baby Doll Pink is right up your street. So I'm just working with a bit of the two to get the shade I want. Alright, I'm nearly done. I'm just going to set and add some mascara, and then that's it. Like I said, it's a really easy look. So I'm using my fan brush again, just making sure there's no shimmery products in it, with a bit of my powder. I love this powder. I'm just using that around the T-zone, under the eyes, down the sides of the nose, over the lips if you want it matte, but not in the brow bone because it's nice and highlighty there. I really like this look. I'm going to keep it on for sure. I'm just going to add a bit of mascara and then I'm done. I'm going to use our waterproof Big Impact. Waterproof I rarely use on a daily basis, just because I don't need it really, but for people that's eyes water really easily, this is amazing. I always start really sort of on the roots and then start to perfect the shape and which way they go. If you start at the roots, you'll get a nice lift in the lashes. And I don't do one eye and then go to the other. I sort of do both as I go. because you're kind of giving each eye a little bit of drying time, so for more layers it's really good to do this. Then take the very tip of your brush and skim over the lash like that. And then I'm done. There you go. I hope you liked it. I'm obsessed with Angelina Jolie, so I've wanted to do a look of hers with fashionista products for a while. I think the look is really, really wearable. I think you can wear it for work, you can wear it for a night out, depending on obviously how much makeup you normally wear. I think it's a really good wedding look. I think it's, you know, I think it's kind of a anything you want it to be look. So please let me know what you think. I really like it. I'm going to go off to some meetings now with this face. So please give us some requests if you've got any. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.